it's George. I'm back with brand new top 50 books in my collection video. Recently, the Immortal Biggie Shack challenged everyone in the entire community to show them their top favorite 50 books.
Because my shit's the shit. I got some good shit. So come at me, dude. That's my top 50, brother. Anybody want to fucking dance with the Immortal one? I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck where you're from. Bring your books.
And I'm about to show you mine. It's going to be a long video, so let's just get to it.
Alright guys, so here is Amazing Spider-Man number 75. This is part of the Beyond run where Ben Reilly took over the mantle of being Spider-Man once again. This is a Ron Lim cover variant. It's my cat. Here we have my Amazing Fantasy 15 facsimile blank variant with original art done by Stephen Butler, done to be an homage to the original Amazing Fantasy 15. Here we have Spider-Geddon number 4. This is a nice cover. It's a Jorge Molina cover. Jorge Molina. Scarlet Spider up there. You know I like Scarlet Spider. And here we have X-Men Red number 3. This is the In-Huck Lee variant cover. This is the 30th anniversary of Venom. And In-Huck Lee decided to draw Venom fighting some feller named Scarlet Spider. So real quick here, guys, something I forgot to mention at the beginning. These books are in a very particular order. I'm going from newest to oldest till we get down to the last like 10 or 11 books. So it'll make sense towards the end, I think. Anyways, here goes Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider number 1, signed by Mark Bagley and Peter David. Very cool. Then we have Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider number 1. This is the Tom Lyle variant cover. Very, very cool book. One of my favorite Scarlet Spider covers right there. So there you go. Check it out. Ooh, look at that. We got Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy in a DGC slab. This is original art by Dominic Levert, and it's one of my favorite sketch covers in my collection. A little homage to Amazing Spider-Man 361, First Carnage. Then another Dominic Levert homage cover, and this is an homage to the very first appearance of the Spider-Man clone. So, pretty cool looking book right there. Maybe you'll see the other one later on in this video. And then one last piece of original art here. This is done by Randy Emberlin, and it is a Secret Wars 1 cover, and it is also signed by Mike Zeck and John Beatty. Pretty cool book. You know you like it. Alright guys, here is Amazing Spider-Man number 10. This is Gabriel Dell'Otto variant cover. Happens to be the first appearance of Spider-Punk. Here we've got Scarlet Spider number 1. This is Ryan Stegman variant cover. We have another Scarlet Spider number 1. This is the Mark Bagley variant cover. And guys, I just absolutely love this book. Pretty new to my collection. Not a whole lot of them out there. But I recently just picked it up in a 9.8. Sooner or later, I'll get it out of this case and get it into a new CGC case. Then we've got Marvel Point 1. Now, this happens to be the first time that Kane Parker becomes the Scarlet Spider and takes up that mantle for himself. But yeah, pretty cool book. Here we have Marvel Knight Spider-Man number 20. And this is the Scarlet Spider variant of that book. So there you go. Alright guys, here we have Sensational Spider-Man number 4. This is written and drawn by Dan Jurgens. You get to see blonde Ben Reilly in this cover. Pretty cool. And we got Amazing Spider-Man number 410. Just an all-time classic Mark Bagley cover with a little Ben Reilly Spider Carnage action going on there. Love that one. Then another Mark Bagley cover. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 408. Got my man Ben Reilly down there in the snow taking a little nap. Everyone needs a nap every now and again. Then we got Sensational Spider-Man number 1. Written and drawn by Dan Jurgens and signed by Stan Lee. Pretty cool. And then Sensational Spider-Man number 0. This is written and drawn by Dan Jurgens. All right, guys, here we got Green Goblin number 3. This is an AOK from Comic Kid 84. This is Scarlet Spider number 2. And my cat loves it. And yeah, man, I get to see my boy Scarlet Spider with an Uzi, just firing off rounds. Pretty cool. Can't have Scarlet Spider 2 without Scarlet Spider number 1. Both of those are John Romita Jr. covers. Here we got Scarlet Spider Unlimited number 1. Got Web of Scarlet Spider number 2, baby, number 2. And then we have Amazing Scarlet Spider number 1, baby, Amazing Scarlet Spider number 1. Then we got Web of Scarlet Spider number 1. Awesome Stephen Butler cover. Love this one. Hey, here we've got Spectacular Spider-Man number 229. Nice little lenticular cover. You know, those are popular at the comic book conventions and whatnot. All right. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 406, another awesome Mark Bagley cover. Also happens to be the first appearance of Lady Dr. Octopus. So there's Lady Ock. And then another Mark Bagley. I love my Mark Bagley Scarlet Spider books, you guys. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man number 405. And my man Ben Reilly there is getting electrocuted, but he's going to be okay. Hey, here we've got Spider-Man Unlimited number 10. Got my man Scarlet Spider there hanging out at the grave, messing with the Vulture. Amazing Spider-Man number 404. Love that cover, man. Just seeing the two Spidey clones, Spidey bros duking it out. Pretty cool looking book. Then we got Spectacular Spider-Man number 226. This is where they threw you a little okey doke in the Clone Saga, and they told you that Ben Reilly was actually the original Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, and eventually that got undone, but that's fine with me. Amazing Spider-Man Super Special number 1. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful book, and it's a flip cover. That's the regular cover, but I got this one up on the front. It's beauty. You gotta like that one. And then you already saw Spectacular Spider-Man number 224. It's got Peter Parker by the britches. He's bringing him into justice. And then right smack dab in the middle of the Clone Saga, we had Amazing Spider-Man number 400. Now, I love this book for a couple reasons. The main reason, most of the versions of this book had this awful die-cut, embossed cover. And this one does not. It just actually has the artwork, and I really like that about this book. Then we go Spider-Man, the Clone Journal. Kind of a little recap of what's been going on with the Clone Saga, because it kind of got a little out of hand there for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then we got Spider-Man Unlimited number 8. There are 2 9.8s on the census of this book, and I've got one of them. Pretty cool. Then we got Spider-Man Unlimited number 7, y'all. Number 7. Really cool book. Another one with really low print run on the census, and it's the second appearance of the Scarlet Spider in a comic book. And we're talking about early Clone Saga here, guys. This is Clone Saga before the Clone Saga even knew there was a Clone Saga. This is Web of Spider-Man number 114 with an early first cameo of Ben Reilly after they retconned him back to life for the purpose of the Clone Saga. So pretty cool. I like this one. All right, buckle up, y'all. It's about to get shiny in here. Here we have Web of Spider-Man 117. This is where the Clone Saga really started ripping and roaring, and it is a flip book. Yeah, look at that shininess. That one's shiny, and so is the next one. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 394. This one is a newsstand. Woo! Table got away from me. And that one is shiny, and so is the back. Look at it. So shiny. Then we got Spider-Man number 51. This is a fantastic book to have if you are a Ben Reilly fan. This is where they first used the name Ben Reilly in a comic book. He calls himself Ben Reilly as he's checking himself into a hospital to say hi to Aunt May, because Aunt May's not been doing so good. And there's the flip. You like that flip. Look at you. And from there, we go to Spectacular Spider-Man number 217. And fighting this Judas Traveler fella who is, yeah, he's really cool. And then there is the flip around. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. It's the last like 7 books or something, you guys. 7 books left to go. We've got Web of Spider-Man number 118. This is the first appearance of Ben Reilly as the Scarlet Spider. One of my favorite books in my collection. Obviously, it's in the list. Then we've got Spider-Man number 52. This is where Spider-Man starts fighting Venom. And Venom's tough. And he's fighting him pretty good. Then we go Spider-Man 119. The Scarlet Spider and Venom battle continues in this issue. And it's also the first appearance of Kane, or Kane Parker, another character that later became Scarlet Spider. And this is an issue where Scarlet Spider just shows how much of a badass he is, and he beats the tar out of Venom, dude. Just whoops his ass really good. And that brings me to my second print of Web of Spider-Man number 118. Came on the back of a toy. I submitted it to CGC, came back in 9.8. There are 4 there are 4 of these. 1, 2, 4. Well, you know what? That's really kind of accurate, because there are 4 on the CGC census. Only 3 of them are real. Mine happens to be one of the real ones. So there it is. It's so real. It tastes amazing. Then we got the first print newsstand copy, guys. This one has been blowing up a little bit lately. You want to catch one of these, you're looking at about $2,000 or so. Then, guys, the number 1 comic book in my collection of Scarlet Spider books is Amazing Spider-Man number 149, you guys. It is the first appearance of the Spider clone in all of his glory. There it is, side by side with that homage that I showed you guys earlier. The homage is very, very cool. I love it, but I don't love it half as much as I love the original, baby. This is a Gil Kane cover. Just a beautiful, beautiful book. 9.8 white pages. Straight out of 1975, you guys. The same time of comic books that Giant Size X-Men 1 came out. So imagine, how many 9.8s there are of that book. Well, there's even less of this one, because not everyone knew that this would someday be a key. And I ain't going to tell you how much it's worth. You can look it up on your own. That's the list.
All right, now. Don't be mad at me. I'm sure some of you may have noticed about 3/4 of the way through that video that might have just been my top favorite 50 Scarlet Spider books in my collection, not the top 50 of my entire collection. I don't know what you want me to do, though, guys. That's what I've been collecting lately, so you're going to have to deal with it. And if you're not down with that...
We got 2 words for you! Scarlet Spider.